Hi, Crafty Nana here. I have got to the time when it's to go back to Malaysia, and I have a whole car full of things that I cannot take with me. So I've gifted them to one of my subscribers, a lady called B. Roberts, who has her own channel that I felt would really appreciate both the art stuff and the clothes and the shoes and the books and everything else. So we came to visit and delivered all of the things that we couldn't take with us. This is her channel. We agreed beforehand, as I had COVID, that we would just drop things off. We would stay outside and have a little cup of coffee and just leave her everything to sort out, bless her. So we sat in her garden and we had a lovely cup of coffee, and both our hubbies got to meet each other and have a little chat too. And then we continued with our travels. As she lived in Nottingham, I used this as an excuse to move on up through to Yorkshire. My mother comes from Yorkshire. This is Bridlington, and we were very pleasantly surprised by the beach. I can remember very little of this area from when I was young, but I used to spend some of my summer holidays here. This is the area which was what originally, before these modern houses were built, my grandfather's yard. He kept pigs and chickens and rabbits exactly where those brown houses are. And I spent a lot of my childhood in there playing with rabbits, sliding them down slides, building them mazes. This is the house that was called Swiss Cottage. This is where my great-grandparents used to live when they retired. It's all changed so much since I was a little girl, but I thought it'd be nice to see it before we left the country. This is St Oswald's, so this would have been the family church, and we had a quick visit, popped into the graveyard, but the graveyard was an awful lot bigger than I was expecting. It's both sides of the road. So we had a little wander through the graveyard and had a look to see if we could find any family members in the churchyard. We did find quite a few names that were familiar to me, but it was hard going because there were so many, as you can see, so many. But it was actually a beautiful day, and it was just nice to wander through places of my childhood and say goodbye. My mother's still alive, amazingly, but I thought she'd like to know that I'd been back to visit her home ground. We then drove on to Tewkesbury, right down, heading back down south again. What a beautiful, beautiful place that was. Now, we didn't go to the charity shops. I'm sorry about all the trolleys out of the river. Because obviously we're leaving now. We've just got rid of everything. There would be no point going and buying anything else. But both Bridlington and Tewkesbury had a lot of charity shops. And I think if you had the time, look at this place. It's absolutely stunning. I think it would definitely be somewhere that you could enjoy going out to for the day and going to the charity shops, because it was absolutely lovely. The longboats, the beautiful old buildings, the history, absolutely stunning buildings. If we had the opportunity, I think we'd have made a good long day out of this. But unfortunately, our time here is really, really coming to the very end now. We'll be leaving in a couple of days and heading back to Malaysia. So it was our last hurrah to have some beautiful weather and a lovely wander and see a bit more of this beautiful country. Thank you for having me, and come with me to Malaysia now and join me for more adventures.